Hey guys. So, God has put something on my heart that I want to talk about. And I was thinking about it today as I was in the car with my kids and I had kind of a bad morning and I was crying and my daughter came up and was just so compassionate with me, like, did I do something wrong? And she was worried. And I assured her that no, you didn't do anything wrong. And honestly, I was just kind of having a girl moment, like I just felt sappy and sorry for myself. And a good cry just would make me feel better. But it made me think that sometimes our children have problems. And they seem so small. They seem tedious. They seem like nothing. And because we've grown, and because we're adults, and because we've already been there and done that, we tend to be really uncompassionate with them. Like, bunk up, kid, it's alright. Or, like, for me, sometimes I'll be thinking to myself, oh my goodness, this is not as big of a deal as you're making it out to be. Like, come on, like, let's just push through, get up, go do it, it'll be fine, you're overthinking it, you're being dramatic. And instead of coming down on their level and realizing that these problems that they're having are the biggest problems they've ever had in their lives. Because this is the stage that they're at in life. They haven't hit where we're at yet. So I know it's just a math test. But don't you understand that math test that they might not pass is equivalent in their minds to you not being able to pay your Silco bill? I know it's just a little acne on his face there. But don't you know that that's like equivalent for him of you gaining 25 pounds? It feels the same in their mind. I know that the boy broke up with her, and you might be glad that the boy broke up with her because you really wanted him out of here anyways. But don't you understand that was the equivalent to the rejection that she felt, that you felt at one time? It's the same difference. And we have to make sure that we're not just shushing them, and that we're not just rushing the process for them in life. And that we can sit down with them and not ignore them and not talk to them about it because they'll just get over it. But come down and be compassionate with them and sit with them and listen to them. They need that. Hey, let's flip this a little bit. Let's think about God with you because you're his child. And granted, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman, right? But life is hard right now for you. You've got some obstacles that are big and seem overwhelming and like you just might not be able to face them or overcome them. And God's up there and he could very well look at you and say, hey, bunk up, didn't I tell you fear not? I'm here. What are you crying about? Like, oh, you're being dramatic, you're making a bigger deal out of this. Come on, get up and let's go, Celeste. Let's move. No, he doesn't. He knows what you've been going through all week, and he might just meet up with you on Sunday morning through the pastor and have a little conversation with you about it. And he doesn't beat you over the head with the ugly stick, like you need to just get over it. He understands, even though he's already been here and done this, seen it coming, and knew you'd make it through it. He didn't treat you like your problem was insignificant. And we need to make sure that we're not doing that. Listen, I know that they seem petty to you because we're older and we've been there, done that, but to them, this is big. And we have to make sure as parents that we're sitting down and we're walking them through it. And we're talking with them about it. Now, what I'm not saying is don't over-dramatize it with them. Because we know, we've been there, right? And we are dramatic. Kids can be dramatic. Don't over-dramatize it with them. But don't rush it. And don't shush them. And don't ignore it. Because they need somebody to talk to them about it. They need somebody to understand and show compassion just like God does you. And walk them through him. And give them some good advice. Give them some wisdom. And give them encouragement. And pray for them. So that's just something that God put on my heart. Because I know that I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this with my kids. Of just being like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, guys. Let's go. And while sometimes that is called for, it's like, okay, time to move. Other times it's not, and we have to have enough discernment to know when our child, young or old, needs us to just sit down with them and be understanding and not critical and not judgmental and not rushing their process, letting them weep, letting them express all their feelings and being in that moment with them and then giving them some solace, giving them some advice, giving them some wisdom to help them through that problem. Okay? Be that parent. Talk to you later.